turned my life around.
I'm looking for a way to get to the city of the Dark People.
Visiting old friends, I take it? Your adventures are the stuff of legends, April Ryan. By the way, did you ever read that pamphlet they published? The one with the amusing drawings? April Rye Bread and the Rod of Joy?
Unfortunately, no.
Well, I'll never forget that illustration where the Dolmari lady takes the Rod of Joy and sticks it right...
Anyway, about the Dark People City.
Ah, yes. What do you plan on doing there?
I need to visit their library.
The library? Indeed. They are collectors, these Dark People. They collect all
There's so much
sorts of
innuendo
knowledge,
in this
arcane,
game.
forbidden knowledge. Anyway, as luck would have it, there's a shadow ship docked down in the harbor right now. I'm sure they'll let the famous April Ryan, I'm sure they will give you passage to their city.
That's perfect, thank you. How do I get to the Dark People's library? Thanks.
At your...
You don't see a lot of Zid in Marcuria.
Old Town's getting too crowded. It just wasn't built to house so much.
There used to be thousands of Dolmari in Marcuria. Nowadays, you'll only find them in Old Town.
What do the Azadi want from us? Why have they stuck us in here? We haven't done anything to them, and
They've kept the blue flame burning here in Old Town for 1,000 years, apparently. It didn't even go out when the Tyrant held the city.
Well, game, please, thank you. This led down to the... Yeah, this led down to the docks. I do want to get one more thing done.
Visit Roper's Spells and Filtress for premium quality
Out of my
potions,
way.
magical ingredients, and made-to-order charms.
Oh, this is just straight down to docks. Okay, my bad. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're going down to docks anyway. But yeah, the innuendo in this game are many. But I would like to get up to and see if we can enter because I know that we can go into the Cock and Puss at some point. I just can't remember when.
The Dolmari have had it especially tough after the Azadi came, seeing how integrated they were in Marcurian society. You don't see a lot of humans in the ghetto these days. I wonder if he's an Azadi spy.
The Dark People are amazing. They're collectors, and they have a great library containing every book ever written.
The captain. He looks a bit too relaxed, seeing as there are still supplies left. How are things going?
Most of the supplies are on board. We're missing a few crates of grains and vegetables, a delivery of potions, and some other bits and pieces.
Good. Don't linger too long.
The paperwork's already being processed by the Azadi. Those fools. If only they knew what...
Shh! Not here. I don't think it's a good idea to tempt fate.
I didn't think you believed in that spiritual claptrap, Raven. Fate? Ha! We make our own destiny.
Still, better to be on the safe side. You don't foresee any problems then?
Everything's in order. This ship's going to the islands. At least according to all the properly stamped and perfectly forged documents.
I'll rest easy only when you've reached safe harbor.
Don't fret. You'll rest easy soon enough.
Yeah, there is one more thing I have to do before I go to Claptrap, yes.
Visit Roper's Spells and Filtress for premium quality potions, magical ingredients, and made...
Claptrap is also a character in Borderlands. One that people seem to despise. I've never played Borderlands, so I wouldn't know, but... Okay, so let's see if we can actually enter the Cock and Puss. Oh, come! Game. Please. What? Maybe that is later. Yeah. It's so disappointing. I remember going in there at some point. Oh well. I just really like the innkeeper there. He's just amusing.
We got one toast left. We're almost out of toast.
The local girls are very friendly. I guess you like men in armor.
Last call for fresh fish today. Last call.
Oh well, guess there was nothing then. Okay, so let's go to the Dark People ship. I'm a little bit surprised that there is no HD mod for this game. I kind of would expect it. At least HD textures. I couldn't find anything when I was looking around. Okay, let's see.
It's one of the Dark People. A dark person. I seek passage to your city. I wish to visit the library.
We are here to trade and to collect. We do not take on passengers.
A long time ago, I sailed on one of your ships, and I met one of your people. He called me a wave.
Not many of your kind would lay claim to such a title.
I'm not laying claim to anything. I'm just telling you what he told me.
If you were a wave, we would grant you passage. But all I see is a human.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on.
I'll pay you good.
We do not.
Then what do?
We are here to find new additions to our library. Someday it will be complete, and we can sleep. Until then, we travel, and we collect.
So, he wants a book. So we go back to Robert Clax and get ourselves his last copy of the Farewell My Wizarding Days. And when we get to the Great Library, I think we're gonna stop for the day. We're normally 1 hour overdue today, but hey,
Would you be interested in parting
It's
with
fine.
that book of yours?
Oh, I don't know. It's the last remaining copy, you know. All the other copies spontaneously combusted.
I'm aware of that, but I need something to get me passage on that shadow ship down in Shady Quay.
You believe my book would help with that?
Maybe. The Dark People collect books, and yours is quite unique. Isn't that so?
It is. It is.
Wouldn't you consider it an honor to have your first published novel become a part of the greatest library in Arcadia?
I would. I would indeed. Wait, I have it right here. I carry it with me always. There you go. Treat it with care. Don't let it get wet. Don't feed it red meat. And for the love of the balance, do not hold it upside down when there's a full moon. Oh, never again shall I glance upon the top 10 reasons why you should not build a flying castle on page 42 and smile knowingly.
But think about it. Thousands of people will get to enjoy your unique outlook on life. Your book will be part of something much, much greater.
You're right. Of course, you're right. Go on, take it away, or I shall become emotional, and when a wizard weeps, the whole world weeps with him. Ah, the humanity, the humanity.
yeah, don't makes you wonder what's in the book if you can't if you specifically says don't feed it red meat and don't hold it upside down on a full moon. Sheesh. throat, please.
You collect books, isn't that right?
We collect all that is written and recorded. Books, scrolls, stones, crystals, history, poetry, journals, stories. From the first word to someday, the last. Until our collection is complete, we will continue to travel, to trade, and to collect.
I guess the last existing copy of a rare book would be pretty important to you.
It would be, unless we already possess it.
You don't. Not this one. Farewell to My Wizarding Days by Rupert F. Clacks.
I will speak with my brothers at the library. This is a book we do not have. We need it for our library. Will you part with it?
For a price. I need to get to your city.
Show me the book, so that I can see for myself. Very well, human. This book is of value to us. We will grant you passage on our shadow ship.
Thank you. When do we leave?
Very soon. We await only the last deliveries from our suppliers. Step aboard.
You sure you don't want anything to eat?
No, come
I
on,
can
audio
order in.
issues.
I'm not very hungry. Thanks, though.
All right.
We stuck in this cutscene.
Some coffee, tea.
No, thanks.
I have whiskey.
I'm fine, Damien. Really.
All right.
Ow.
So, what do you think?
I think you shouldn't believe a word of what that man told you. He was trying to get inside your head. There's no proof that anything's happened to Reza.
I hope you're right. If I've come this far and it turns out Reza's...
Stop it. There's nothing to be gained from imagining the worst. He must be very important to you. Reza, I mean.
He is. Reza was my best friend for so long, and I was totally in love with him. When that feeling went away, I don't love him any less, but it's different now. I don't know what's going on with me. I've lost faith. Not just in him, in everything. School, my friends, my hobbies, my future, Reza. Nothing seems to matter that much anymore. And that's why, when Reza went missing, I knew I had to go after him. Not just because he's my friend, and not just because I love him, but because if I didn't, then who would I be? What would I be? I may not like the Zoe I'm turning into, but I would have hated the Zoe who just abandoned her best friend like that. So, yes, he's very important to me. Of course. And right now, more than anything in the world, I want him to be okay.
So, that man.
The one in the garden. He acted like he's behind the whole thing. Like he controls Corp.
I've heard rumors, but I've never actually believed. I think his name is Alvin Peets.
Peets? The guy who founded Watty?
He'd be several hundred years old, but in a way, it still makes sense. Some say they've heard he's been kept alive by machines, and that he still controls Corp. It's the kind of thing you have a good laugh at.
He wasn't just hooked up to a machine, Damien. He looked like he was a machine. At least partly so. And he was just... evil. Sad, pathetic and hateful. He claimed that we were stealing his senses. I think he was actually afraid of me.
If he needs the word
come
to
on.
see and hear, he's completely
Skipping
lost
dialogue,
without it.
it's annoying.
I just don't feel safe anymore. He knew who I was. He's been inside Reza's dreams. He has spies everywhere. Cameras, bots.
Don't worry, Zoe. He won't find you here, I promise. I'll check around tomorrow, see if I can dig up any information on Pete's. You must be tired. I'm keeping you up.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
Hey, no, there's no need to find a hotel. You can stay here. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, I can sleep on the floor.
Oh, you really don't have to.
I know, but I've been through a lot, and you're helping me out, so the least I can do is let you sleep in my bed. That didn't come out right. You know what I mean.
Thanks, Damien. If you're okay with me staying here, I will.
Okay, so, let me get the bed ready for you.
That's okay. I can... Okay. Yes.
Ugh.
Great.
You just keep skipping dialogue.
By the way, if I'm gone when you wake up tomorrow, don't be alarmed. I have to be at the office quite early. Good. Let me find you a sheet and a cover.
Just keep skipping dialogue and it annoys me. And he'll sleep on the floor. This is Japan. That makes no difference. Although the difference is whether or not you have a mattress.
This is it, Apostle. The Empire's greatest achievement east of Sadir. A monument to our might and to our faith.
Even in Sadir, there is nothing that can compare to this. Why was it built so tall?
You're asking the wrong man. I don't question the infinite wisdom of the Six. I have absolute faith in their decisions.
Of course, as do we all.
Go right inside, Apostle. The emissary is expecting you.
There we go. Okay, so we are now on chapter 7. We played through 3 chapters today. And I think we are quite done for the day. We are a little bit over an hour, almost an hour overdue, but it's fine. It's weekend. So, I hope you have enjoyed it. It is a pleasure to play this game. And replaying this game because I think it's a monument to storytelling and world building. This entire series. There are so many lessons you can take if you are a budding writer, and or even if you are just doing something like, say, tabletop role playing, and you're wanting to make your own campaign or like own story universe. There's so many things that can be done here, and it really makes you crave more of like this universe, because the universe is so rich. At least it is that for me, and we're just gonna keep going here. I think we'll expect to take about 2 or 3 streams for us to finish Dreamfall, and then we'll play Dreamfall chapters on Fridays. We're also approaching on Monday. We're finishing up Miles Edwards' investigations, and after that we'll be playing Nier on Mondays and Wednesdays, and of course there is God of War Pixels edition on Sunday. So we have a lot of things going on here. What is it, Bello? We'll be getting back to Edgeworth picks, don't worry. Yes, Bello. We'll just be playing Nier first, and potentially some other the horror adventure game that's coming in June. And when we're done with that, we'll be playing some more Edgeworth. Sort of. We'll get a sort of ending with him, where we do something satisfying. So, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. It is great. Just great. Yeah, might not be the one you expect it to be, but it's great. So, we have someone to raid now. We're a little bit overdue, as I said, but we still need to go and raid Mina. Give her all the head pats, because we are wonderful people like that. She's playing some more Twilight Princess. So, thank you all for watching today. I hope to have you join me next Friday for more Dreamfall. And again, Sunday we have some more God of War. Finally. and we'll hopefully finish the God of War game. And I don't think we'll continue into God of War 2 on Sunday if we do finish it, but we'll just see. Maybe we'll do something else, I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna ship you all over to Mina. And yes, I hope you will enjoy it, because she is, as I said, playing Twilight Princess, and she is very, very fond of that game. So yeah, don't forget to give her a mandatory head pat from all of us. Take care, everyone, and have a good weekend. Hope to see you on Sunday.